Boom. We are rolling. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. Hope you're all having an absolutely magical day so far. It's great to have you all here. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. That fucking fly is going to really piss me off. Anyway, let's continue. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called Tyrantula, and specifically, we're going to be checking out their brand new EP, which is called A Visceral Feast of Violence. So, I've got quite a bit of history with these guys. I can't remember, let me check. I can't remember if I discovered them or they discovered me, to be perfectly honest. But regardless, let me just scroll up here. Let me see. Yes, it was them that actually checked out me. So this is going back to the 18th of January, 2022. Hey man, how's it going? Would love to get your reaction to our debut single. If you want to check it out, Slam Worldwide or any other streaming service, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. What's up, dude? I'm doing really great. How about you? That's a really great track. I love it. This is our next thing, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. And we've been buddies ever since. So I've featured these guys, let me see. Only 3 times. I thought it'd been more than that, to be honest. So the first time I checked out these guys was their track Sinister. Then I checked out their EP called Despondent. And then after that, this is the most recent reaction video I've done for these guys. Guy, actually. I think it was just one guy, and then I think he brought on another guitarist / songwriter. More on that in a moment. I checked out their track Graveyard Rats. That was about 4 or 5 months ago, give or take. So if you want to hear more thoughts about everything that this band or solo artist or whatever you want to call it has produced, go and listen to my reaction to the track Graveyard Rats. I took plenty of notes, went back, listened to everything a bunch of times, took down a bunch of, I already said that. I'm not informed today. What can I say? I'm so terrible at this. I've been doing it for ages and I still suck. It's pathetic. I break down each of the tracks and all that type of stuff and give you a bit of a history of how they've progressed and the change of sound and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that on every single video because it would just start to get a little bit boring. So one thing I will say though is that these, let me see, where was it? Let me just scroll down here a little bit. Aha, here we go. Yeah, here it is. That's not playing, is it? No. We are proud to announce we have joined the official roster at the Total Deathcore. No, that's the wrong thing. They are on Total Deathcore, but that's not what I was looking for. Yes, here we go. The next chapter begins in 1 week. Graveyard Rats, the one that I did a reaction to, is the single from the up-and-coming EP A Visceral Feast of Violence, which we're going to be checking out very soon, releasing this summer. It's also the first track with 803 audio behind the music and a taste of what the future holds. Let's get violent. So, big change in sound. We're going to check out their first track, which is called Moore's Omnibus, which came out 17th of January 2022. We're going to check that out, and then the first track off of A Visceral Feast of Violence is actually Graveyard Rats, and I mean, the difference is huge. I mean, what a difference bringing in a new songwriter and a new guitarist can cause, rather unsurprisingly. But yeah, been a fan of these guys for a while now, and the new change in sound really suits them. And you're gonna hear it. So I'm literally just blabbering. Let's actually get on with it. So this is the first track I ever heard by these guys. Whoa, down boy. Moore's Omnibus. We're going to listen to this, and then we're going to get into the new EP, ladies and gentlemen. DJ, spin that shit. So, what a fucking good song that is. Right, so keep that in mind whilst I get set up for their new EP. Keep the sound, keep the landscapiness in mind, do all of that, and then, unless your ears aren't working properly, you should be able to hear a difference. Okay, water, vape, most important thing. No, that's wrong. There we go. Boom. That. Pen. To take notes, because I've got an absolutely shocking memory. Okie dokie. First track. Graveyard Rats. Let's go. I mean, couldn't really sound more different if it tried. Like, obviously, it's not like, you know, it's not synth pop or something, you know, but really couldn't sound much more different. I mean, from landscapey black and deathcore to like a real OG / brutal death metal vibe. OG deathcore, I should say. Did I already say that? I can't remember. Really, really different. Okay, cool. Severed Limb Symphony. Let's go. Let's roll.
There is no hunting like the hunting of a man.
God fucking damn it. That was really fucking good. Next track.
If you shoot somebody
A Visceral Feast of Violence. Let's go.
in the head with a 45 every time you kill somebody, it becomes like your fingerprint, see? But if you strangle one and stab another, and when you cut up, when you don't, then the police don't know what to do.
That's the best track off the EP so far. A Visceral Feast of Violence. Next track, and the last one. Chopping Block. Oh, okay. We've went creepy. Let's go. Wee. Oh, yes. Tyrantula. Let me make sure I get the name right. A Visceral Feast of Violence. That was fucking phenomenal. That was, yeah, phenomenal. Yeah, I don't use that word lightly. That was extremely impressive. The production, the tone, the OG deathcore vibes, the little sound clips that played, the originality of the riffs, the mix, the heaviness, the catchiness, the unpredictability, the vocals. It's really impressive. Really, really fucking impressive stuff. Deciding to bring that new guitarist / songwriter into the band was a really fucking good move. Really, really good. I loved Tyrantula before. Now I just love them. But they sound really different. I love their new sound. I prefer it so much over the older kind of blackened, dissonant, landscapey deathcore vibe they had going on. I like this even more, and that's really saying something because I've been a fan of these guys since, for over a year now. Let's get into some of these timestamps, man. Let's go. First one was about 4 minutes and 5 seconds into Severed Limb Symphony, if I remember correctly. Yes. This is what I call a lurch. It's almost a slam, but it's like it's more of like it's more of a slide than a like dun 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 dun. It's more of a it's got the reason I call it a lurch is because you can imagine some kind of beast that's been chained up. He's been released and now he's kind of not running but kind of walking in a kind of lurching style, just like smashing buildings and fucking people asunder. Jesus Christ, where did that come from? It's got I love that. There's that. I don't know if anyone else calls it a lurch. Maybe it is just a slam, but the vibes that it gives off are just so sinister and evil. I love it. Doesn't overstay its welcome as well. Gets right back to the face shredding brutality just afterwards. I love it. Okay, next section, round about here. So that almost that very like slightly I don't want to say uplifting, but kind of like, I don't have the word for it. Love that guitar, but I also love those little hits of the bass that you can hear just on the in between. Really, really fucking cool. Very ominous. Very, very ominous. And very, very chaotic. It's a really, really chaotic sound these guys have got, and I absolutely love it. Right. 6 minutes. Okay, let's go. We'll just go from here. Right. First, I want to talk about how massive this sounds. You can picture some kind of demon, like an end-level boss, just rising up from like on the horizon or something, just slowly lifting his head up, and you can just imagine that being his intro song, his intro music. Now, I love this kind of underwater sounding effect that bands do, but like I do like that, but good lord, these fucking vocals. Then when those blast beats come in, just the brutality of those vocals. Manages to be really tight, really chaotic, but also like quite ominous. It's got a presence to it as well. It's not overly technical. It's like it's got the technical chaoticness going on, but then there's also those big, massive power chordy sounding guitar lines as well that create that like really ominous presence. I absolutely love it. I have to respond to this message. Sorry, guys. Sometimes life actually gets in the way. Yeah, I mean, there's so many good examples of the vocals on this on this EP, but those had a kind of like gargly, high pitched vibe to them. Just fantastic. Sorry, I know this is really unprofessional, and I could just learn how to edit, but I'm just too fucking lazy. Let's get the next part going. Right, 8:15, which is which is takes us into A Visceral Feast of Violence, my favorite track off the album EP. Right, let's go from here. Let's go back a little bit. I mean, not much more needs to be said about that section. That was just fucking sick. Oh my god. Right. The tone of the guitars, man. Jesus. Why? Holy moly. Music to my ears. Literally, music to my ears. Right. Okay. 9 minutes. Let's go. I just want to listen to that whole section again. I like the fast, chaotic shit that these guys do, but when you offset it with the more kind of like prominent, ominous riffs, it just they play off each other so fucking good. Also, when the bass cuts through there as well, that's yeah. So good. Right, 10 minutes. Another bit I wanted to highlight. Huge sounding. Right, the next part I want to get to is actually the intro to Chopping Block, or Chop Block. chopping block. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be beautiful. I thought it was gonna give me a nice little refrain from smashing me in the face with all this brutality, and they fucked with me. These guys fucked with me twice. This is the first part, and then right at the very end when they done that post credit shit yourself breakdown thing, that was inspired. Get your lighters in the air. Right. Let's go. Right, here's a bit I wanted to highlight. I'm not even sure which bit I wanted to highlight there. I think it was just the whole fucking thing. So a nice little bit there where they build on a section. That there's a lot of like going from one bit to another bit to another bit, but sometimes they build and that really, really works. They add in like an extra cymbal hit at this bit here. And then we have this. I presume that this bit sounded a bit more landscaping, a bit more blackened, must be because this is Chopping Block featuring Knights of the Abyss, who I'm going to have to go and check out. I'm imagining that this is their influence, probably. they didn't go too far with the atmospheric guitar work. I imagine there was a couple of points there where the guy could have started like, you know, like alien core and the string bends and tremolo and the sweep picking and all that. I like that they added I like that they added to the atmosphere with some of those, like with this part we were just listening to. Like, I like the fact that they added in some stuff like that, but it didn't get too technical, because I thought if it had gotten a bit too technical, if they'd thrown in like a big kind of like, you know, 2 minutes is probably too long, you know, minute and a half, yeah, maybe 2 minute long guitar solo, I think that would have kind of taken them out of the OG vibes that I think it's safe to say that they're going for, and it would have made them maybe they would have made them just sound a little bit too blackened for what they were going for. So I like that there was some restraint. And then finally, this little bit here with the breakdown you don't see coming right at the very end of the track scared the shit out of me. We're done. Excellent. There was a few tiny notes of something right at the last 2 seconds of the song as well, of the EP. Excuse me. Dun 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 dun. Just something right at the very end there. Just yeah, it's like when you're watching a horror movie. And you watch all, and you know you're the last guy sitting in the cinema, and there's some kind of creepy scene there's a creepy scene after the credits that everyone else just kind of threw all their shit behind them like people do in cinemas and then left, and you were like, no, I'm gonna get my money's worth, and you just see a little deleted scene or something right after the credits. I really like that. It's like psyching you out, not letting you know what's coming next. You know, I am mightily fucking impressed with that whole EP. That was the tone that I expected. I didn't expect it to sound so ominous, so huge, so expansive in places. I didn't see any of that coming. I thought it was gonna have. I thought they were gonna bring. Here's this word again. I thought they were gonna bring those very OG vibes the whole way through, and that would have been fine. But just a little sprinkling of atmospherics, a little sprinkling of ominous parts. Some of the little voice clips in there, which is very kind of like 2008 MySpace deathcore. Whether or not you want to call that deathcore, that's kind of up to yourself. I think deathcore. Sometimes it's at risk of being defined out of existence because it's just such a wide spectrum of sounds. You could call that brutal death metal, and I think that would probably do it as well. You could just call that extreme metal, and that would do it as well. But whatever you want to call it, it was fantastic. I enjoyed every single nasty, lacerating second of that EP. I expected as much, really. I mean, I would have been shocked if, you know, Graveyard Rats was the only good track off of it. I would have been very, very surprised by that. And yeah, the fact that they just threw in, excuse me, I can't speak today, all of those little extra flourishes just completed the EP for me. That's really, really strong. I'll say it again, bringing on that new guitarist to do not only guitar work but also to also do some of the songwriting was a really, really good idea. Because, like I said before, I liked what they used to be. I like what they are now a hell of a lot more, and that's really saying something, because I'm a big fan of this project, band, whatever you want to call it. That was fucking terrific. Not much more to say than that, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, great work. Really, really great work. So, as per usual, if you scroll down, you will find links to the band's. You'll find a link to the EP on the YouTube video that we just watched, which was on Total Deathcore, which I recommend you go check out. Doing some really cool things over there. You'll find links to their social medias: Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, whatever else they've got. Go follow them on all of them. Like all of their posts, leave a comment for the algorithm, share it on your story, just do all that stuff. It really, really helps. You'll also find links to where you can buy some merchandise, which really, really helps bands out. And you'll also find links to where you can stream their music as well, if you don't want to just have the YouTube app open constantly, which you don't, because the YouTube app fucking sucks. You'll find, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all that shit. I'm sure they're all on there. Just go support in any way you can, because OG Deathcore is definitely in at the moment, and that was the best example of it I've heard for quite some time. To be totally honest, I fucking loved that. Really, really fucking loved that, and I'm sure there's a lot of guys that have got these frown lines, grey in their beard, about 35 years old, that are gonna be like, yep, that takes me right back to the MySpace era. Fucking right, I dig that. I think it's going to go down an absolute storm. So, one more time, ladies and gentlemen, Tyrantula, a visceral feast of violence. What an EP. What else can I say? Fucking loved it. I'm just rambling now. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you to the band for obviously releasing such an awesome EP. Thank you for watching the entirety of this video if you made it all the way through. I love you all very much, and take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.